Okay. Alright, today we're here with KPH Lancelot and we're going to do some trot poles. So trot poles can be set up in a line, so you can do like the 1, 2, 3, or you can set them up in various patterns around the arena. This one's a good exercise because you can do it on the lunge. A lot of trot pole exercises you can actually do on the lunge or the long reins. So basically, a lot of the things you can do under saddle, you can do on the lunge or the long reins. Incorporating the Kula Lunge into it gets your horse working in a consistent round frame. So I ride my horse with a contact, therefore I lunge my horse with a contact. However, the difference with the Kula Lunge is the clips that are attached to the bit, the side reins actually slide through them to allow the freedom of the head. So right now Lance is stretching out and down because that's where he wants to be. He also needs to go out on the circle. So I'm just warming him up by walking him over the single pole. I probably should have started off with the one on the other side so he can go into trot, but it's all right, we'll move down to that one. So when he goes into trot, he will bring his pole up. His head is not tied in that position, unlike with side reins, which are attached directly to the bit and then directly to the roller. So there's actually a lot less freedom of movement. Okay, that's good for a warm-up. Trot. I'm going to have to move positions to get this to work so that we can warm up over the single pole and then incorporate the next lot of poles into it. Trot. As you can see, the pole has now come up. I can leave myself a lot of room down here. Whoopsie. Helps if we actually go over the pole, but you know. No, I don't like this. I think I need to go back to the other one so I can have a pause. Alright, we've done that one a couple of times. Let's work our way up to the next one. So I'm probably not going to make it to the pole this time, but as you can see, I didn't. Good boy, presenting to the pole and then he veered off of it. He's just going around me on the size circle that we've set, and he missed the pole. Good boy. Jesus. Now we're going to head to the next one, and of course miss it. I'm just going to point my broken whip at him. Okay, and we're back. Sorry, Typo decided to find something else fun to look at. Now I've got to get back into some sort of position and tie the exercise together so we can do all 4 poles. So that's on me to get into position to guide him around. Well, the reason for incorporating trot poles into your training is to engage the back end, stretch the horse's topline muscles. You can prepare them for jumping. Whoop. Get them to work on placing their feet. Hi, Lance. Great cross-training exercise. And ignore that pole, will be fine there. Lance! Come on, mate. So no, that is Lance literally falling in on the inside shoulder. That was bullshit. Yep. Come on. Oops. Better. And I am doing a shitful job of guiding him over the poles. Let's bring that circle in a bit. Come on, mate. So to be able to do this, you need to have decent control over your horse on the lunge. There is no value in your horse running, good boy, running around and scattering 4 poles to the wind. Boo. So it's really good for helping develop the rhythm and tempo. So I'm actually bringing him a bit smaller on the circle now, rather than aiming for the poles. Yeah. See that rhythm change? Yeah. No, didn't make that one, so we'll circle around. So your whip is there for a backup to guide the horse. It's like an extension of your arm if it's used correctly. Woo. Now we're never going to make that next one. He's just fallen on the inside shoulder and charged off a little bit. I'm going to get a little head of the shoulder so he stops ducking in. Now we've missed the next one, and that's fine. Because it's all about developing quality of the paces, your communication with the horse from the ground, which then carries through to under saddle. You see in my other videos, you can see that Lance is quite well behaved under saddle. Otherwise I wouldn't have been able to ride him throughout my chemo treatment when I was well enough. You know, they talk about falling and all that shit. So when I tell my oncologist that I'm riding, and he's like, eh. Look on his face is priceless. Well worth it. Good man. However, if your horse just runs around you on the lunge like a lunatic, this is not going to work at all. So you need to have your horse obedient, listening to you, following your body language, you knowing where to place your body. And for the size that I've set up the circle, you do need to be somewhat mobile. So that's it for trot poles today. Obviously with all of these exercises, you do them on both sides. I'm just demonstrating it on the one side. Lance says that he's done enough of demonstrating for one day. So if you have any questions, drop me a comment, private message, email, phone numbers on my website. I can chat to you as well. If you want to talk about how you can incorporate the Kula Lunge into your training, we can discuss that. I am going to be available for virtual lessons soon, so if you have a PIVO, that's an option as well. I am actually a qualified level 1 instructor. I've been a coach for over 20 years. I've been a rider for over 40 years. No guessing my age. I've been riding for a very long time. I've broken in a lot of horses, trained a lot of horses, competed a lot of horses. So I designed the system because it works. Not because it's tying the horse's head down, because it works. As you can see, Lance was able to get his head down and then back up again. There's only one edit in the video, which is when the PIVO went that way. Thank you for watching.